Hi everyone. In the last Revit Schedule 101 tutorial, we are going to do some final touches. The first thing that we are going to do is changing this door area. We know that the door area is from width multiplied by height. We get the value show in square meters, even if we have the width in millimeters and height in millimeters. The reason why it's showing this way is because the schedule following the Revit project settings. Now we need to override these settings. We can do that by going to the formatting, and we can select the door area, this one, and we can change the field format. Uncheck this to override the setting. We do want to show the unit in square meters, but showing two decimal places. We do want to show the unit symbol, because if we hide it, then it can cause confusion uh, with the width and height unit. So let's just leave it like this. Click OK, and now we can click OK. Now we can see the door area is showing in square meters with two decimal numbers. Now we have the door area for each type. We have the 1830 times 2134. This is the door opening area, but we have six doors for this type, and we have three doors for this type, and yeah, we have 13, 3, 2 for each type. So it's what if we want to show the door area multiplied by the number of instances? Let's add another field. Notice that after we place one parameter like this, the parameter is no longer available in the available field. So if I put it back, sorry, let's just try the log type. Okay, now we have it in this available field, but if we add the parameter to the schedule field, then it's disappear from this available field. So if we want to show the same uh, field twice, then we need to create a calculated parameter. So I'm going to call this door opening area. Let's use total, and it's the type for data type for this one is area, and we use for the formula is door area. Because this value is exactly the same, we just need to put door area in the formula. We don't need to use any function or any formula here. Let's just click OK. Now we can arrange this next to door area. Okay, let's click OK. Now we can see now it's showing exactly the same value. How can we get the door opening for all instances? Let's go back to the formatting, and now we can go to door opening area. We only need to change this to calculate totals. So next, again, we can change this to two decimal places. Click OK. Click OK. Now we can see that this value is calculated from the door area for all instances. It has 6 doors, so now it's 6 multiplied by 7.8. The last thing we need to do is to add the grand total of the door opening and the total number of doors. We can do that by going to formatting tab. For count, it's already set to calculate totals, and for total door opening area, we can set this to totals also, and for door area we set that to no calculation. Click OK. Okay, we haven't seen the grand total here yet, so to do that we can go to sorting and grouping and select grand total. We just want to show the title and total and click OK. Now we can see that we have the total door opening area and also the total number of doors. Now let's change the schedule appearance. First, we can group the fields or parameters that falls into the same category. For example, this width and height, I'm going to group them. So we can select them by dragging the mouse and we can group them. I'm going to call this group door size. And for these parameters, I'm going to group them and call it door accessories. Okay, we can also change the grid lines and the borderline by changing the lines to another line style. I already create two line style. Here I'm going to use the grid line green and the white the borderline with blue, just to let you know which setting affect which lines. So let's try this with changing the appearance. For the grid lines, I'm going to change that to grid lines. I'm going to click OK. We cannot see all the lines changing here, but we can see the effect in the sheets. You can see that changing the grid lines will change everything. It will change the all lines in the schedule. And if we go to the appearance again and change the outline to let's use the white line so we can see the difference. So the outline will affect only the outer of this schedule. You can see that it will create a rectangle outside of the schedule. That's where the outline setting changes. Okay, now we also have let's go back to the schedule view. We also have a border setting in this contextual tab. The border setting here only to change the header area. For this one, if I select in the cell for the data, then it will be disabled. So I can only change this and I can change the borderline to outside so we can see the effect. Okay, now it's clear that let's change this again. Now let's change this area. For the border, I'm going to use this. Yeah, so that's where the um, setting will affect the changes. We know that we override the outline, so now it's still black. So if we disable the outline, then we can see all blue. Okay, that concludes our Revit 101 tutorial. Thank you for watching all the series.